Hey, hello everyone. Um, where we stopped in the last session. Anyone? We stopped here, right? We discussed about what is callback and what is higher order function. Can anyone tell me? I can give an example for callback. Give an example for callback. Anyone else? Give an example for callback. Hmm? Very simple. First of all, a callback is what? Callback is a okay, which type? It's a function, okay? You know, okay, but callback is like a function. So if I write like one function, okay, just if you write like one function like this, do you think this fn is a callback? Is fn is callback at this moment? Do you think this fn is like a callback at this moment? Hmm? Anyone? Do you think this fn is like a callback at this moment? Right. Right. Then when we can say this is like a callback? When we can say fn is callback. Fn is callback.
The function is passed as a parameter to another function.
Yeah, if you give this function as a parameter to another function, then that time this function we can say like a callback. So write the person that that has my function is there. My function is there. If I write like this, what is my A type? If I write like this, what is my A type? Anyone? What is my A type? See, like JavaScript, JavaScript, Python also not having. Python also not having the type, you know, right? Python also not having the type. Now, the type we not mentioned explicitly. We not mentioned the type is like explicitly. But if you come here, based on the usage, how you are using A, based on the usage, you can tell, okay, what is my A type? My A is like a function. Based on the usage, you can tell like my A is like a function. Okay, now, so whenever you write a function like this, can anyone tell me the output? Console, okay, error messages tell me. If you write like this, if you call like this, what is the error message? What is the error message? You forgot. Missing one required positional parameter. Yeah, if you write like this. Okay, if I write like this, can anyone?
My
My
function takes only
function, my function take one positional argument, but given how many? Given two, but given two. Like this, you can get the error or not. Now, okay, here the function take like one parameter only. We also passed one parameter. Now tell me what is the output? Now tell me what is the output? The function is expecting one parameter. We also pass like one parameter only. What is the output? My object A is not callable. Callable. Why? Why? Because A is a function. I'm using A as like a function. The expected. I'm using A as like a function. That's all. So you pass the what? You pass the what? Come on, what you passed? Number. So that
integer.
integer object is not callable. This kind of error you can get. Integer object is not callable. Understood everyone? Okay, so if you write something like this, what is this? Str object is not callable or not. It's not. Agree with me? So if you want to avoid this error, if you want to avoid this error, my argument should be what? Hmm? My argument should be what? A function. So that I have one function in my hand, right? So that can I pass here my fun, my fun. If you pass my fun of fn, if you pass like this, tell me the output is what? The output is like, okay,
Yeah.
fn. The output is like fn. Okay, my output is like fn. Now tell me, what is my fn? My fn is what? My fn basically it's like a function only. But I'm telling like it's like a callback function.
All
Okay,
the
it's like a callback function. Or we can say it's like a callback function. I have one function is there. I given this function to some other person. That person, okay, what he is going to do, that is next level. First of all, I have one function is there. I given that function to some other person or not. Now, if you come here, okay, I given to which person, I given to whom this fn, I given this fn to my fn or not, my function. In the my function, what he is doing, he called back, again he called that function, he called back with another reference, a or not. It is not like direct function, it's like hold with another variable, that variable I am calling or not. So callback definition you can write like this. Okay, you can give a function to some other function. You can give the function to some other function. That function again call back with the another reference or not. That function again call back with the another reference or not. So that kind of functions what we can say callback functions. So that kind of functions we can say like what callback functions. Now tell me my fn is a callback. Okay. My fun, my fun is the higher order function. My fun is can you tell me what is that? Okay, fn is a callback. My fn is like a higher order. What is higher order? To whom you pass, to whom you pass a function as an argument. So this function to whom you pass my function or not, to whom you pass a function as an argument, that kind of functions we can say like a higher order functions. Higher order functions two types, okay? Two types, two ways you can recognize those higher order or not. Pass function as a parameter to another function. Pass a function as a parameter to another function. Next one is like or the next one is like the function which returns one more the function which returns one more function. That kind of functions also we can say like a higher order functions. The function which returns one more function, that kind of functions also we can say like higher order. Either the function which take function as a parameter or the function which take the function which take function as an argument. That is one thing. The function which returns one more function. That kind of functions we can say like a higher order. Can anyone tell me? Pass one function as a parameter is this approach. Okay. Function which returns one more function. Can anyone give an example for this? Give me an example. Can anyone give me an example? Hmm? Can anyone give me an example? Hmm? Give me an example. Come on, at least one person. Function which returns one more function. That's it. Simple. function which returns one more function. Or no? Hmm? One of you. Okay, let me write it. Okay, simply fn, fan. Okay, which should returns one more function. So we can write one more function like this. Like this. First of all, this is valid syntax or invalid syntax. In Python, can I write the function inside another function? Can I define a function inside another function definition? Is it like valid or invalid in Python? 100% valid. So I have a function now. That function I can return. I can return. So the function which return one more function, that kind of functions also we can say like a higher order. The function which take function as a parameter, that kind of functions also we can say like a higher order. So here my function is a higher order. At the same time, my function is a higher order. At the same time, fn also higher order. Okay. No need to follow both statements. No need to follow both. Any one of the statements satisfied that functions we can say like a higher order. Function which take function as a parameter, the function which returns or okay, a function which returns one more function as a parameter, one more function or parameter, one more function like this. Zero, okay, bro? Up to zero, okay? What is callback and what is higher order? Okay, na? Okay. The next topic is like anonymous functions. Anonymous functions. Okay, what is anonymous?
The function which is any name.
These are like non-name functions, which is not having the name. If you write like this, okay, function name is f. Okay, if I have the name, I can call it. I can call it. So the function which is defined with some names, those are like named functions. The functions which are not having the name, those are like anonymous functions. Anonymous functions. Now tell me in Python, function related keywords. Tell me.
Def return
Keyword.
pass
Yeah.
return pass
Huh?
pass
E, E, next. E, the next one is like pass. Next is what? Pass.
lambda.
Lambda. Lambda. So far you used three. Def you used, return you used, pass you used. Now this is the time for lambda. So if you want to create an anonymous functions, okay, we have one keyword is there in Python. That keyword we can say like what? Lambda. That keyword we can say like a lambda. So the function is not having the name. That is nothing but anonymous functions. That anonymous functions we can create by using lambda keyword or okay. I said like using lambda keyword. Then show how it is going to, how the syntax is looks like. If it is like lambda function is another no name function. If it is like no name function, how we can define? That is the question, right? See, either named function, either anonymous function, the functionality what you want to handle, there is no change at all. There is no change at all. If it is like named function, okay, you can call with the name. If it is like lambda function, that has some different approach. Both are like used for what? To handle some functionality only. To handle some functionality only. So my question is, if it is like lambda function, this is also same only except name. This is also take some arguments, and this is also returns me some value or not. This is also function only. Possibility is there, right, to take some arguments or parameters. The next one is like possibility is there, right, it's going to return some value or not. Yes or no? It is going to return some value or not. Are you with me? Okay, so if it is like an anonymous function also, it is going to take the parameters, may not, okay, but it can take. At the same time, it is going to return some value also or not. How the named function is going to work. Okay, so syntactical how it looks like, very simple. Lambda, lambda. After that, okay, it's a function you can take. You can simply remember like this. It's like a function. Lambda functions is nothing but anonymous functions. Function representation is required, right? This is my function representation. After that, what we needed? After that, our function. So function body. Function body. Okay, but here there has some okay, rules you need to follow. Okay, na? Okay. First of all, this is like valid syntax or not. You can check it. Okay, na? Let me open real quickly Python environment. See, which syntax is like valid, we are going to discuss. Okay. Here, no parameters, nothing. Okay, I didn't. It's not take any parameters. Something you could just I want to check for syntax is correct or not. See, syntax is like valid. So my lambda function, okay, parenthesis I want to use it, which is not taking any value. It's not taking any value. See, if it is like lambda function, and I use parenthesis like this to hold the data, hold the data? No, right? No. So that you should not use the representation function representation. Why? Because lambda itself is like a function only. Now, this brace is not required. That this brace is not required. Okay. So that here, okay, function representation is not required. So lambda, this is like a valid syntax. Okay, but if you want to pass some data, how we can pass it? No need, no need, no need braces, nothing. Directly you can write any number of arguments like this. See, now it is like valid or not? Yes or no? My lambda function which take how many parameters here? A, B, C, D, F. 3 plus 2, 5. Yes or no? Okay. So either a lambda function, either anonymous, okay, either lambda or anonymous function. Okay, lambda function or named function, they take some arguments, they are going to return some value or not. But if it is like lambda function, how you can hold the data means no parentheses, nothing. Directly you can place that particular parameters with the comma separate. Directly you can place the parentheses with the comma. Okay, directly you can place with the comma separated, no parentheses, nothing. Okay, this is like valid. The next statement, okay, the next statement, my function, either named or anonymous, can return some value or not, can return some value. So here I want to return some value, return 10, return 10. What happens? Return 10. If you observe here, see, syntax error, all are like syntax errors only. Syntax error, if you get it, means syntax error, if you get it, it means you not follow the guidelines. Okay, it is not like whatever the code you written which is related to business logic. That is not like that. Okay, you not follow the particular programming language syntactical rules. So first thing is like, if it is like anonymous or lambda function, parenthesis we should not keep it. Okay, we should not keep it. If you keep like this, then that time you can get the error. See this lambda, if you keep it, you can get the syntax error. So you can get the syntax error. Okay, na? So if you want the parameters, you can write like this. Now this is the time for return. If it is like return some value, return keyword usually we are going to use, right? But in lambda functions, no return nothing, no return nothing. Now if it is not written anything, okay, how we can return some value means, I will show you one simple example. Return can val equals to fn print of val. Can anyone guess what is the val? What is the val?
10.
10, right? What do you think? 10 only, no? The val is like a 10. Yes or no? So whenever you call, whenever you call the function, it is going to give me the return value or not. Return value. Now lambda function. So we can write lambda my parenthesis of print dss. Valid or invalid is syntax. Valid or invalid. This parenthesis required or not required for lambda? Invalid, right? Invalid. Now lambda, what you can say, some values. If I write like this, valid or invalid? Invalid or not? Okay. If you want to write a lambda function with two parameters, how we can write it? Lambda, no parenthesis, nothing, a comma b. Okay, print yes, it is like 100% value. It's like 100% value. That's not. So syntactically, these are like 100% value. If you want to pass some okay parameters to lambda function is going to hold like this. Lambda function is going to hold like this, no parenthesis, nothing. Okay, next. So the next one is like come here. Yeah, let me write it. BTS. Okay. Okay. Go to the pen. Now it is valid or invalid. 100% valid. If I write like this, like it, if I write something like this, it is like invalid. Okay. If I write, yeah, come back. See here the syntax error, lambda expression, lambda expression. Parameters cannot be parentheses I, etc. Okay, you can easily understand. Okay, now I written this one, that's okay. Okay, syntax is valid. In the function body, okay, how many statements you can write? See, from the curly brace, the function body is going to start. In the function body, how many statements you can write? the function body, how many statements you can write? In general, any number of statements we can write. Any number of statements we can write. But here, if I write multiple statements in the lambda function, see, valid or invalid, you only tell print SSS. You come here, now see, syntax error, again syntax error. If you write multiple statements in the function body, you can getting like syntax error. If I write like one statement, still syntax error. Okay, if I write 1, 2, 3, tab. Okay, still syntax error. Okay, when it is valid means, okay, here only. It means my lambda function maximum take one parameter only. Okay, not one parameter, one statement only. The lambda function maximum take one statement only. Okay, that too inline statement only or not. Wherever my okay colon is nothing but my body started, immediately you have to do what? Immediately you have to write your statement. You have to write your statement or not. If you not write syntax error, you can get it. Syntax error, you can get it. Okay, na? Next, what we can say, the return. Okay, we are in the return. Now, I want to do return 10, return a plus b. See, is it accept return? Invalid syntax. This is inline only, but return statement, it is not accepted. Written statement it is not accepted or not. Okay, na? Now if you remove the return, okay, now see it is working or not. So that don't put the return statement, return keyword. Okay, if you want to return, you can return it back from here, but don't use the return keyword or not. Return keyword. Sorry. Don't the return keyword. Okay. If no use, okay, don't use the return keyword, how that function is going to return some value? How that function return some value? How we can do it? Anyone? Hmm? So if I write like this, it is like value. You see this? If I write like this, it's like 100% value. No problem at all. But by seeing this one, what is the return value? How we can come to it? What is the return value of this lambda function? How we can come to know? We'll see. Return value, when you can get it? Return value, when you can get it? One function return value, when you can get it? At the time of calling, right? At the time of calling of the function or not. So my question is, if you know how to call this function, then the time we can talk or we can analyze how to get it. Okay, na? Okay, the return value, how it is going to, okay, how it is going to return the value, how we can hold it, we can. So my question is, how we can call this lambda function? If you want return statement, you have to call the function. Return value if you want to. So that how you can call this lambda function? How you can call this lambda function? Anyone? Okay. See, there has multiple ways or okay. There are multiple ways or there. So tell me, how many multiple ways, right? Tell me how many. There has three ways or there, three ways. Three ways. Three ways to call lambda or anonymous functions. Lambda or anonymous function. Three ways we have. So tell me, first one, how we can. First one, how we can means the first one is like self or immediate invoking. Invoking. So how we can Immediate invoking means what? Now if this is the one. Now this is the function. Is it like valid or invalid? First of all, tell me. No error means it's like valid. Okay, just I want to do print. Okay. Yes. No, right? So this no error, nothing. Now if you call it, then that okay. Now you can see the output or not. Okay, now see something missing two required position arguments. That's okay. Let me delete it. Now at least, okay, A is not different. That's also okay. BTS. Now if I enter, now say my BTS printed or not. So my lambda function we can call directly like this. It's a kind of what? Immediate invoking or what? What we can call immediate invoking or self invoking. Okay, na? This is one way, immediate invoking. Another way, can anyone guess? Another way, lambda function, or we can call it another way. Simply by assigning this lambda function to one variable. By assigning this lambda function to one variable. Now, can anyone tell me what is my A type? Come on, what is my A type?
function,
What is my A type? Hmm? Function, right? A is a function, right? It holds what? A is a variable only. The type is what? It's a function. Which kind of function? It's a lambda function, right? Either it is like a anonymous, okay, or okay, anonymous or lambda, both are same. Either it is anonymous or named. The way of calling the function is not changed. The way of calling the function is not changed. So how we can call it like this? Now you can get the what? Error. You can get an error. What is that error? Missing two required positional arguments. Missing two required positional arguments is missing two required positional arguments A and B. Now, if I pass some data, if I pass some data, is it working as expected or not? Okay. Now let me print it. Okay. Now, if you come here, now see, I can see the output or not. This is another way. First one is like immediate invoking. The next one is like assigned to one variable. Right? Okay. Assigned to one variable. Okay. Okay. The next one. Can anyone guess? What is the next one? Hmm? What is the next one? Two ways we discussed. One is like immediate invoking. The next one is like assign to one variable. The next one is like as a callback. As a callback. Can anyone guess? Can anyone tell me the example? As a callback. Anyone? Very simple. See, E of F and A call. Done. My F and take how many parameters? One parameter. What is the type of the parameter? What is the type of the parameter? See, A calling means what is the type of the parameter? Function, right? Function. So, whenever you call like this, what is the error we can get? Integer object is not a call. So my A should be which type of function? Okay, what kind of function? Named anonymous. Am I mentioned anything? Anything specific like named only how to pass, anonymous only how to pass? Am I mentioned like that? No, right? That is like a function. That's it. Which take a function. Okay, not any. Let's take a function. It can be a lambda. It can be a named function or not. So instead of this, can I go with the lambda function? Lambda, okay, how it looks like lambda function. Print something like this you can write it. Something like this you can write. Whenever this function go to my fn, this one is hold my lambda function. He is calling a means he is like executing lambda function or not. Yes or no. So my lambda function called as a callback or not. That lambda function called as a callback or not. Did I? That lambda function called as a callback. Yes or no. Okay. So as a callback. Done. Now, once you call a function, what it is going to give? Okay, if I write like this, you only tell, okay, na? We have fn, okay, fn return 10, okay, na? So, val equals to fn print to val. What is the output? Print to val. What is the output? What is the output? The output is like 10, okay. Now, see, I have lambda function only. Lambda function only. One second. So here, val function call. So function call gives me the return value. So the value is like 10. That's okay, fine. Now, okay, fn is what your function, right? Lambda function this time. Now val equals to fn print val. What is the value of val? Here function calling return, clearly written keyword is there 10. It's written so that fn call returns me 10. That 10 hold in the val, so that val is like 10. So here lambda function return keyword we should not use. If you use syntactically invalid, so that if I write like the syntax is like valid. Now I assign to one variable. Now this is like a function, so that I called that function. Function calling is always gives me the return value. Now print that value. Now tell me the output. Anyone? Output is what? 10. Means what, it is not accept return keyword. By default whatever the statement is there, that statement is like return statement only. It is treated like no need to write return. One statement is that, that statement is like return statement only. So by default lambda function, which statement is there, that statement is treated like a return statement only. So write some points about lambda function. Okay, how to create lambda function? Okay, by using which keyword? Using lambda keyword. Below which are valid statements. So which are valid statements? Okay, na? Tell me. LMDA. Okay. Hmm, yes. Valid or invalid? Fast. Unmute and talk. Below like invalid. Yes, sir. Okay. Ah, next. Return value. See. Okay. Type error sorting. Okay. Lambda a comma b comma c print of yes, yes. Valid or invalid? Parenthesis again. Invalid.
invalid,
B lambda a comma b comma c. Okay. Print of okay. Yes, not wait a second. Valid or invalid? Valid. Valid is like valid. Okay, next. Lambda printer lambda printer VTS next print VTS code valid or invalid? Ah, more than one statement valid or invalid? Invalid. Okay, the next one is like lambda. This time one statement only there. That too indented. Okay, valid or invalid? Invalid. That one statement inline only. Inline only. Okay, na? That one statement should be inline only. The next one. Lambda return 10. Return 10. Return 10. Valid or invalid? Invalid. Invalid. Return keyword should not be there. Okay, lambda. Okay, next. Lambda a comma b print of a plus b. Okay, print of a plus b. Okay, it is assigned to this. Now, val 10 comma 20, val 10 comma 20. Okay, result. Okay, the result is 30. Valid or invalid? Result is 30. Valid or invalid? Come on. Valid or invalid? Val is a lambda function. Lambda function returns me what? This spot. What is this spot? Can anyone guess what is this spot? What is this value? Come on, come on. You have to think. Anyone? The answer is invalid. The answer is invalid. But what it is going to return? Can you check it? Okay, I'm going to execute this one. You only why this? Why this answer is this one? Why the answer is this one? Okay, now come here. Oh, result is not print the result. Okay, this the syntax error. Invalid syntax. Where invalid syntax? Anywhere? LEMB. Okay, parameters cannot be. Okay, so this so many mistakes we did. Okay, now the value is like okay none. Okay, print the result. Okay, result is okay. Can I write like for our understanding purpose? Result is what? Result is none. Why this result is none? Can anyone guess why this result is none? Can anyone guess?
Lambda function is not returning any value.
No, no, no. Elaborate more. Come on. Lambda function not written any value, but one statement is there. Now that is only written value. Lambda function explicitly don't have written keyword, but one statement is there. Now that is written statement or not? Yes or no? So if you want to prove, see this. Lambda 10. Okay, na? Well, val calling lambda function I'm calling. It gives me result. It gives me result. What is the result? What do you think? What is the result?
It should
Huh?
be 10.
Should be 10. You're right. Should be 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, written or not written? Val
Yes,
means
sir,
lambda.
written.
Lambda should be written. Okay. Lambda function explicitly no written keyword. But whatever the statement is, that is only written statement. Okay, na? Perfect. Okay. This statement or this statement also what is this function calling, na?
Yes, sir.
Function calling value is what? Function calling value is what? Function calling gives me what? Written
A
value.
print a
Written
print
value.
is not print is not returning any value.
You're right. Okay, function calling written value it is going to give, right? So print written value is what? Nothing. Print not written anything. So that in this place, function calling place, okay, it is like none, right? It is not written anything means what is the default value? None or not. Yes or no? So in this place, print a plus b means it is going to print something, but return me function calling value means that is the written value. This is the function calling. Function calling value. Which function calling? Print. Print function calling value is what? Print function written value. What it is written? Print function returns me what? None. Print not written anything. So that, okay, my lambda function, whenever you call, lambda function returns none. Okay, in this case, none. So that my result is like what? None or not. How the 30 is printed? How? This is my print a plus b is 30 only, na? Yes or no? Agreed? Come on. Here, a result is 30. It is like valid or invalid? Invalid. My result is what? Result is what? Result is none. Result is none. Val is 10. Valid or invalid?
Valid, sir.
100% valid. Okay. It is not written anything explicitly, but that statement itself treated like a written statement. Lambda function. So, okay, na? That statement value. This place, which value is there? That particular value only. Okay, that value only written value. That value only written value. Okay, na? This is all are related to lambda functions. Now you got some idea about the lambda functions. Okay,
Yes, sir.
just we can go through remaining things we'll see in tomorrow's session. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining. Bye.